Well, Christmas may be over, but winter fun still exists. You still have a few more days to do some skating in historic Elizabethton. Here with more now on all the action coming up over the weekend and beyond, Kelly Kitchens with the City of Elizabethton. Kelly, welcome to Daytime.
Thank you so much. Good morning. I appreciate you having me here today.
Well, exciting times. Of course, we've wrapped up Christmas, but I still love that Elizabethton continues the skating for a few more days.
Yes, yeah. We always like to just have as much winter fun as we can. This is something that, you know, we've just started over the last few years with Skate by the Doe. This is something presented by Carter County Bank. Our friends over there has really helped make a very magical thing that we can really brag on in downtown Elizabethton. And so we like to keep that going up until the new year, just to have some more fun after Christmas if you didn't get it in before.
Which is great because a lot of families on winter break, and I feel like the first couple days before Christmas,
yes,
you may have been so busy just trying to get stuff done, we didn't get time to spend with our kids.
Exactly.
So now that all the wrapping paper is gone, we can take them out and have some fun. And I know the community has really enjoyed having this. What kind of feedback are you getting?
You know, people really love it, and I think we really have people from, you know, just all sides. We saw a lot of people in early December who love skating when it's warm outside. You know, we've had these mild temperatures up until now where they can be out there in t-shirts and shorts and, you know, really have a great time still surrounded by all the winter stuff. Of course, this weekend, I think we're looking at some snow, so it's really going to feel like an ice rink out there. You know, and we have people who will wait until those times that, you know, they want to be out there whenever it's cold, whenever it really feels like you should be out there ice skating. So it really does do well to stay up for that full month of December, get in all the temperature changes, all the fun, and, you know, really be able to serve those people who, you know, like you said, hasn't yet gotten that ability to be able to go out there and really go enjoy it.
And I love the surroundings. I mean, it's just so pretty right there by the covered bridge.
Yes.
And you're just right there in the heart of the downtown area.
Yes, absolutely. You know, something that we really discussed, you know, our friends at the Elizabethton Chamber, we wouldn't be able to do this, this skate rink without their help. They help us so much in this. And, you know, when we first talked about what this was going to look like and how we were going to put this out there, that was really the most important thing, was to be able to have it open air. And so, you know, of course, the synthetic rink allowed us the ability to do that, where you still were able to see the Doe River, the covered bridge, all the lights that we put up for Christmas. So it really is a great thing to be able just to be out in that park setting with everything else going on and enjoying this event.
So much fun. And you've got a special event within the event coming up this weekend.
We do, yeah. So this is, of course, the last weekend that you'll be able to go out and skate by the Doe until next year. So we will be open for business. Thursday is half price night. So if you want a deal, definitely come see us on Thursday. We'll be open Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, closing day, New Year's Eve, we will be open from 1 until 6 o'clock. However, we are doing a special fundraiser with Carter County Drug Prevention Coalition. They are going to take over the rink from the 4 o'clock to the 6 o'clock hour, and it will be a very special character skate. So a lot of very famous characters will be joining everyone out on the ice. There's a whole schedule, different increments. To get more information, we just really encourage everybody to go to Carter County Drug Prevention's Facebook page or Parks and Recreation's Facebook page. We've got it on our events as well. All of the details are within that event, how you buy tickets, because again, this is a fundraiser for them, but it's going to be a really great way to ring in the new year.
I was going to say, what a great way to wrap up the fun that we have had. And I love that you guys make it so easy to get your tickets, get your skates. I mean, everything is taken care of.
Yeah, absolutely. And it, you know, it really is just going to be a great way just to close out 2023, get ready for 2024. This is the first time we've done something like this before. So I think it's going to be really popular. And of course, tickets are very limited. So if you're interested in doing that, go look for your favorite characters. There's some great ones out there that are going to be represented, but go on and go get your tickets for that.
All right, we're going to give everybody the information. Of course, the character skate is coming up, as she said, on Sunday. For more information on everything happening, you can go to skatebythedoe.com. That's where you'll find the information and the tickets and all that good stuff. And then, of course, for the character skate happening Sunday from 4 to 6, she said the best place to go to is the Drug Prevention Program's Facebook page. And for more on that, you can find that online as well. Kelly, great to have you on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Sickness is definitely going around.
A lot of
Oh my
it,
God.
for sure.
Well, be sure to tune in for Daytime for tomorrow. Some live local fun. Swifty Pig Barbecue will join us in the Daytime kitchen. Always fun to see them. Also, if you are looking, if your New Year's resolution is to get more exercise, we're going to get your blood pumping with some simple workouts that you can do at home. And we'll speak with local author Roger Bowers, who also was the original Bozo the Clown here on WJHL. It's going to be a fun show. We're kind of all over the board tomorrow at 9 a.m. for Daytime Tri-Cities. And of course, coming up at the top of the hour on our sister station, ABC Tri-Cities, it is Good Morning Tri-Cities. And John is back with a preview. Doesn't tomorrow on Daytime just sound a little crazy?
I know. I wish I was here. You've got Kelly back, so she's going to get the barbecue that she's been dreaming of. I wish I could have a little bite.
Yeah, you need a barbecue and Bozo, like all in the same show.
Well, the Bozo's here already. I just need some pork to go with it.
Yes. Come on, stop by. But you've got a fun show lined up for us.
Yes,
this
we
morning,
do.
too.
We've got all the top headlines you need. We'll have Kelly Kitchens back on to talk about the skate at the Doe and check on the weather as well.
So full wrap coming up, of course, on ABC Tri-Cities for Good Morning Tri-Cities. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow for more Daytime.
Content segments during Daytime Tri-Cities were paid for by Food City, General Morgan Inn, Window Source of the Tri-Cities, the Tennessee Lottery, and Model City Roofing. Premier sponsors of Daytime Tri-Cities include the General Morgan Inn, Brumley's Restaurant, the Niswonger Foundation, and the Niswonger Performing Arts Center.
Whew. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Microphone check. Keep every. Oh. Y'all, welcome to switch it to 11-2. You guys gonna be on GMA.
Yes.
Live, you're watching Good Morning Tri-Cities.
Good morning and thanks for joining us at 10 o'clock on this Wednesday for Good Morning Tri-Cities. Live look right there over Tennessee's oldest town, Jonesboro, as we start our Wednesday. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm John Jenko filling in for Kelly Grossfield. We hope you're off to a great start to your day. We've got a great show for you this morning. We've got today's top headlines, the weather and trivia all coming up. Plus we'll meet this week's top educator from Grandview Elementary School. Casey Marlar tells us how this teacher stands out in the classroom. And later on, our guaranteed good news, how one couple is making sure even senior dogs have the chance to find their forever home despite the medical costs. But first, let's head outside to the weather deck with meteorologist Jeremy Eisenzoff for a quick check on our forecast this morning. Good morning, Jeremy.
Yeah, hanging out on the General Sherbrooke weather deck. A lot more traffic on the roads now today versus yesterday. But you know what? It looks like the fog, the clouds, the drizzle, the misty conditions kind of hanging around today. We've got that cold front that moved through, and thus the cooler change. It was certainly nice, though, wasn't it? The mid-60s yesterday. Christmas Day was warm. Christmas Eve was warm. But we're now finding that the realities of the winter season are making a comeback today and over the next couple of days. It'll start to get gradually cooler today, and it looks like by the end of the week we're going to be feeling more like winter. But kind of misty out there today. It looks like Richlands there, 47 degrees, kind of some drizzle mist on the lens there, and you can't see much of the mountains. The mountains have disappeared in the cloudy, foggy conditions here. Still looking at some low 50s, which still, for this time of the year, I hate to call it mild, but it is relatively mild compared to late December standards. And we're looking at still a chance for a little misty, drizzly kind of weather that will continue into early this afternoon. But we're going to be drying out today, and I think we'll probably get somewhere in the mid to upper 50s for the afternoon. But we are going to be talking a little bit more about some snow, at least a chance of some light snow coming back. Certainly the winter cold is coming back, and we'll get to more of those details in the rest of the week and the weekend. Of course, the New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day forecast as well. Then we'll have more details on that in just a couple of minutes.
Thanks, Jeremy. Now here's this morning's top stories. A Daniel Boone High School basketball coach has been suspended without pay following charges of aggravated domestic assault and interference with emergency calls. The Washington County, Tennessee Sheriff's Office says Justin Humphreys was arrested on Christmas Eve. When deputies responded to the scene, they reportedly found a person with injuries to their throat and face. Officials say that Humphreys was found later that morning in his vehicle with 2 handguns in it. He was taken to the Washington County Detention Center, where he was released on a $50,000 bond. Greene County plans to start construction on the Green Valley property after purchasing 335 acres from the state. It's located right off the East Andrew Johnson Highway. Both the county and state intend to rebuild and add new facilities, including a developmental disabilities center and a Tennessee College of Applied Technology campus. Greene County Mayor Kevin Morrison says the county is still planning its portion of the property. The state hopes to break ground on the property and begin demolishing existing buildings there in the coming year. The Tennessee Department of Transportation has proposed a 10-year construction plan that would modernize some local travel routes. There will be several projects constructed on State Route 126 in Sullivan County. The plan will create a more efficient route for travelers between Kingsport and I-81. The construction will extend a little over 8 miles in length. I-126 will have 4 divided lanes from East Center Street to Harbor Chapel, 3 lanes from Harbor Chapel to Old Stage Road, among other changes. And due to the size of the project, improvements have been split up into 3 phases. Phase 1 is currently awaiting the start of construction, while Phase 2 and 3 are still seeking funding. The estimated start of Phase 1's construction from East Center Street to Briarwood Road is in 2025. New this morning, the Kingsport Farmers Market will be closed to the public beginning in January on January 1st for approximately 3 months. This is due to a renovation and improvement project for the facility. City officials say new paint and ceiling fans will be installed. The floor will also be refinished and leaks in the ceiling will be repaired as well. The Kingsport Carousel will also be closed for the month of January. A founding member of the award-winning East Tennessee gospel group, the McCameys, has died. Peg McCamey Bean died after she was admitted to the hospital after suffering a stroke. She was a 2016 Southern Music Hall of Fame inductee. Before she retired, the McCameys, which are based in Clinton, Tennessee, were considered a regular at Dollywood. Dollywood says she made a lasting impact on their guests. Quote, singing with her family, the McCameys, Peg provided lasting memories to countless Dollywood guests through decades of her performances until her retirement. We extend our deepest sympathies to her family and to her many fans who will continue to be inspired by her life of music and life of faith. In Kentucky, Governor Andy Beshear is hoping to drive out anti-Semitism through a new task force. This comes as the war overseas has shown a wave of anti-Semitism across the U.S., especially on college campuses. Beshear says the 18-member task force will conduct thorough examinations of anti-Semitism within the Bluegrass State. The task force will also be charged with reviewing the state's Holocaust curriculum, which is required in every Kentucky public middle and high school. Beshear also said the task force would advise and review law enforcement training. A 27-year-old now faces charges after a shooting at a Richmond mental hospital. Rashid Pope had just checked himself into the Chippenham Hospital around 4 a.m. on December 22nd. He was in the middle of undressing when he began shooting. One Chesterfield police officer who was at the hospital for an unrelated incident heard the gunshots. He was struck by a bullet in the boot and returned fire. More officers responded to the scene and arrested Pope without incident. Pope faces charges of attempted murder and use of a firearm in the commission of a felony. A patient was shot and treated for serious injuries but is expected to make a full recovery. As the new year approaches, changes are always bound to be ahead, with several new laws taking effect in Tennessee the moment the clock strikes midnight. While several laws passed by the Tennessee 113th General Assembly took effect in July, the effective date was extended to January 1st, 2024 for others. Those new laws included hundreds of bills, with a number of them related to crime and public safety. Some of the bills going into effect within the next week address issues like distracted driving, firearm safety, and child abuse. However, many of them likely flew under the radar, with several more high-profile bills being passed by the state legislature this year. Switching gears to sports, we are less than a week out from the Citrus Bowl. The Vols will play against the Iowa Hawkeyes at 1 p.m. on New Year's Day. The UT band will play at halftime, and Iowa's band will play pre-game. The game will be in Orlando, Florida at the Camping World Stadium, but if you can't make it out there, you can watch right here on ABC Tri-Cities. Coming up on Good Morning Tri-Cities, with just one weekend left in 2023, the Elizabethton Skate by the Doe season is coming to an end. We'll be joined by Kelly Kitchens in studio for the latest on what downtown Elizabethton has in store for the last weekend of 2023. That's when we come back.
And maybe the colder weather will get you in that skating mood here for the weekend as we are heading back to some winter cold. And how about a little winter weather to end things for 2023? We'll have more details coming up.
You do good. I hope you get this job.
Me too.
I know. I'm rooting for you. I have zero weight in that decision, but I'm rooting for you.
They were asking you for a mic check. Can you just count?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now, Storm Team 11 meteorologist Jeremy Eisensoff.
I wanted to show you this nice view here from our Ashley Weather Cam network, and not so nice out there right now, but that's kind of the expectation of the weather conditions outside. A little drizzly, a little misty, cloudy, cooler out there, and up toward UVA-wise, perfect description just looking at the camera of what it is outside this morning. Also downtown Jonesboro, and also equally as misty and cloudy, cool, wet start to the day. And 51 degrees, little shower out there at 51 degrees. We actually have a cool front coming on through, and it's a slow moving cool front, and so temperatures hanging around the 40s, low 50s. Jonesboro, Elizabethton there 52, and Kingsport 51. We've got 45 up into Wise, 48 in Marion, so 40s, low 50s as well. Southwest Virginia, Northeast Tennessee. And hard to pick up drizzle on the radar, but there is just still, again, a little drizzle. And some foggy conditions, drizzly conditions, misty out there this morning. And if you look real close, you can kind of pick up on just a little bit of that rolling through the airport. That's why there are still some light showers, again, around the region due to that front passing through. But essentially, we're going to be drying out here this afternoon, gradually clearing out. May not see a whole lot of sun, but at least it will be drying out this afternoon. And it looks like we'll eventually clear out later on into the evening anyway, and overnight tonight. That'll shape up to allow for some cooler conditions tonight. Tomorrow, at least today to tomorrow, we're going to start trending cooler. These are highs on the screen here for today. Upper 50s, and we've got low to mid 50s Southwest Virginia, 50s across the mountains today. So still seasonably mild is what we'll call it. Still, of course, getting a little cooler though. And then tomorrow, actually finally feeling like late December. And you can see a lot more 40s on your screen. And yeah, it's going to feel a little more seasonal tomorrow with highs in the 40s. Still talking about a low pressure moving in, and this one's going to bring in some light snow to the region. Nothing too dramatic here, but this is Friday morning. A little bit of light snow here developing across Tennessee, Kentucky, and moving into the Tri-Cities Friday afternoon, Friday night into Saturday. Some developing snow showers. We'll get you in that mood for the new year, right? And heading into Saturday afternoon. And so overall, between Friday and Saturday, there's not going to be a lot of snow out of this, all right? So don't get too excited. But we're talking about an inch or two across the mountains, Tennessee and North Carolina border, maybe an inch or two. All right, so higher elevations, looking at a little snow, maybe a dusting up along the Kentucky-Virginia border as well, up across the mountains, and really not looking at a lot here, the Tri-Cities, if anything at all. You might get a little dusting on the windshield. That's probably about it from some passing snow showers. It's not going to be really, really cold. It will be colder, but, with some snow showers, temperatures in the 30s, a lot of the snow will be melting, and so just not a lot to in terms of accumulation. But either way, it's going to get cold. We're going to feel a colder change with the temperatures back in the 30s. Friday, Saturday, mid-40s Sunday, pretty nice there. And then the new year, first day of the new year, we'll see another system move in, offering more rain snow showers. And again, this is not going to be anything real substantial, at least at this point, maybe a little mountain accumulation. But as always, preparing you for the future changes weather-wise. And that's why we're here live on the air. And of course, you can follow more with our Storm Team 11 weather app.
Downtown Elizabethton has given us a year full of fun events, and with this being the last weekend of 2023, Kelly Kitchens joins us now to tell us about all the fun happening in Elizabethton this weekend, specifically Skate by the Doe. Kelly,
Yes.
Thanks for joining us here on Good Morning Tri-Cities.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me today. I'm excited. We're getting into the very last weekend that you can skate by the Doe, our synthetic ice rink experience out at Covered Bridge Park. This is going to be it for 2023, and we are going to go out with a bang this weekend.
Kelly, it has been such a ride in Elizabethton. You guys have been putting on so many fun events, and we're going to close it out with Skate by the Doe. How has the community really learned to love this particular event over these last couple years?
Yeah, so I think people really, really think about us now, which is great. This is something that we've just started within the last few years where, of course, with our ice rink, Carter County Bank, they came in and helped us make this possible. They came in and sponsored this rink, allowed us the ability to expand it. We've got great friends at the Elizabethton Chamber and with Carter County Bank, both the Elizabethton Library as well, Carter County Drug Prevention, who all come together and just make sure that there is something going on all the time leading into that Christmas season. And you know, people really love it. They love being able to be outdoors. They love all of the variety of activities that we do leading up into Christmas. Truly, there's been something for everybody, no matter how old you are, you know, no matter what your interests are. There's been something for everybody to participate in and get ready for the season, and I think people really appreciate it and now really look for what it is that we're going to be doing next.
I know I do. Look forward to a lot of the things you got going on. Skate by the Dough, a lot of people come out and enjoy that. You've only got a few more opportunities. Tell us the days that you'll be open.
Yes, so we're going to close it out on Sunday. That's going to be the last day that you can skate until next year. So if you want to, if you've not gotten the opportunity, if you have gotten the opportunity but just haven't had enough of it yet, come out and see us. We've got half price night on Thursday, so if you're looking for a deal, that's a great way to get one. You skate for an hour for $5. That includes your skates. We'll be there Friday night. We'll be there Saturday afternoon and evening. And then Sunday, we're going to close it out in a really special way, and I'm excited for that. We're partnering with our friends at the Carter County Drug Prevention Coalition, and they are offering a character skate, which is going to be a great time. There are several different characters. I want to say like a dozen different characters that will be joining the participants out on the ice to skate with them. It's really going to be a great time. There's a full schedule and lineup and a place to buy tickets because this is a fundraiser for the Carter County Drug Prevention Coalition. You can find that either on Carter County Drug Prevention Coalition's Facebook page under their events, or Parks and Recreation under our events as well.
Great chance to bring the kids out, meet their characters, and especially right now during this time of year, you know, the kids are on winter break. Finishing that up, there's really not a whole lot else going on right now.
Absolutely, and it's just such a great way to close out 2023, get ready to look into 2024. This is something completely different from anything that we've done before, and it's going to be a really, really good time. I think it serves people from all ages, you know, just anybody who is looking for just a fun way to put a spin on that skate. And so I'm really encouraging everyone. I think it's definitely going to sell out. There's just limited tickets available. So we really want people to go and make sure that they secure their spots.
All right, going to need to get on that. And it's going to be especially cool if it's actually like flurrying.
Exactly, I know, yeah. I think we're really getting set up for a great weekend of feeling like you're out skating on the ice, even though it's synthetic. It's going to be cold. We're going to have some flurries out there. It's going to be a really good weekend to be out on the ice.
Well, definitely bundle